What's up, new brainiacs? We're returning to the 80s to reload The Last Dragon. I know some people discovered this movie in the 2000s when it was already a cult classic. Not me. Where I grew up, they played this every other Sunday at 2 o'clock on Channel 11. This movie was huge in my childhood, and it's the reason my brother and I beat the hell out of each other twice a month. It tells the story of Bruce Leroy, a martial artist from Harlem on a mission to find the master. The whole world of this movie is crazy as hell, the action is kick-ass, and it is so 80s. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Let's get right to it.
He was minding his own enlightening zone when the bolt came down. Something's wrong, all the movie knowledge gone, so he reloading the list. New brain, who dis?
We open the movie with a training montage, because hell yeah. Leroy Green is working out, and don't worry about why his sensei is shooting arrows at him. All that matters is that when he catches the blue one, he graduates.
You have touched the final level. You knew without knowing. The glow.
But when Leroy signed up, he was promised a magic glow all
over your body.
Right.
Come, Leroy.
Oh, this dude is clearly not following through on that glow stuff.
I am no longer your master.
Instead, he hands him this witchcraft talisman.
It was Bruce Lee's.
And he sends him on a quest to find the master, Sumdum Goy.
Gold Sandam Goy.
And now we've got our mission. But before we get started on this mission, there are some things you need to know about Mr. Leroy Green. He's a young black man from Harlem, but he's also somehow the most Chinese person you've ever seen in your life. They call him Bruce Leroy, and he walks around in a rice paddy hat, speaking only Kung Fu, and he eats popcorn with chopsticks, Asian style. He also sits in the first row, like a maniac, but that's not part of the Asian thing. You know what though? If you're gonna be super extra somewhere, this theater is probably a good place to start. Everyone is welcome here. We've got Wanda Sykes hanging out with Ashy Larry, Leather Guy, and Fat Elvis. This dude here has a whole bucket of Popeye's chicken and no one's judging. This kid looks normal enough, and he loaned one of his shirts to this guy. There's people dropping boom boxes and breakdancing in the aisles, and other people karate jumping on the boom boxes. What I'm saying is, we really got down in the 80s.
There ain't no coming back.
Suddenly, an apocalyptic karate gang marches in.
Am I the meanest?
Shonuff.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Shonuff.
Well, who am I?
Shonuff.
Shonuff is determined to prove that he's the illest karate guy in the city. Only one martial artist has refused to fight him.
Who's badder than the Shogun?
Bruce Leroy, that too.
And if you never actually fight, people will just make things up about you.
Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth.
Shonuff challenges Leroy, but he pretends he doesn't speak English.
Those who are bound by desire see only that which can be held in their hands.
Now it is mumbo jumbo like that that gives Kung Fu a bad name.
Why don't you sit down and shut up?
Come down here and make me. Why don't any 50 of you who want me to sit down and shut up come down here just for the fun of it?
Shonuff is busy fighting the whole theater, and Leroy has a master to find, so he's gotta go.
Leroy! I will not rest until everybody knows Shogun is the master!
He's not scared or anything. We meet our main villain, Eddie Arcadian, who is not the dude from Seinfeld. He's an arcade owner who thinks he's a gangster, and he wants to make his girlfriend famous. He wants to get her music video played on this dance show hosted by Laura Charles, who was played by Vanity, and she was also one of my girlfriends in the 80s. Arcadian wants to meet with her for dinner.
So you're just gonna have to wait.
And he doesn't handle rejection well.
Nobody tears down an Eddie Arcadian invitation.
After the show, she's signing autographs when she sees an incredibly Asian man staring at her, and holy crap, he has some doll's eyes. This dude has pigeon eyes, as seen on TV eyes. My man has fish market eyes, Frosty the Snowman eyes. I'm almost done here. Mannequin eyes, the opposite of seen some stuff eyes. I'm good now.
You doing tonight, Sal?
Turns out, this isn't her limo driver. These Wish.com mobsters are here to take her to that dinner with Eddie. She's not making it easy, but this guy's ready to remove the taste from her mouth.
I would not do that if I were you.
And we get our first indication that maybe Bruce Leroy is not all myth.
Your mother.
He beats the hell out of them so viciously that they decide they're all done playing gangster. He hails a cab for Laura, and karate vanishes, accidentally leaving behind his haunted medallion. When he's not attacking limo drivers, Leroy runs his own dojo. Shonuff and his thugs arrive to challenge him once again, and he's not easily provoked.
I do not wish to fight you.
But when this chick actually hits him,
Scared to me.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Yeah, come on, Leroy.
one of his students, Johnny, tries to help, but he immediately gets himself snatched up. And now, Leroy has to kiss Shonuff's feet in order to save him.
Kiss my converse.
Sometimes it is hard to live the way of the wise.
That's a weird way to say I just crapped my pants. At Leroy's home, we meet his family. His mom and dad run Daddy Green's Pizza.
Just direct your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza.
His little sister is Rudy Huxtable. And his little brother Richie is like 12, but I feel like he drinks Hennessy, and he's late on his alimony.
Weird, man, really weird.
Seventh Heaven appears on the TV, and Leroy recognizes the woman he saved the other night.
You better believe that's her. That's Laura Shaw.
He begs Richie to show him where her studio is. But Richie is hilarious, and he can't just help his brother out.
You're too weird.
Instead, he makes Leroy carry him on his shoulders, Puff Daddy style.
Giddy up.
He has Leroy wait for him out back while he finds a way in. And moments later, Leroy again witnesses Laura being kidnapped. She's taken to Eddie's apartment, where he shows her the music video that he just knows will change her life. You may be surprised to learn this, but Laura chooses to pass on this masterpiece.
You're gonna put my video on your show, aren't you?
The answer is no.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Well then, the only option now is homicide. Suddenly, a masked intruder breaks in and begins to brutally assault them. When Eddie pulls his mask off, Leroy decides to give him a close-up look at his pet piranha monster. They go back to Laura's apartment, and he's like, I can't seem to find my demonic artifact.
Are you talking about that thing that looks like a belt buckle?
You haven't?
Yeah, I got it. This is so you'll never lose it again.
She's ready to play hide the bow staff,
Give me some chon chon.
but my man is in over his head.
You thirsty?
Just say something cool and bounce.
From the clock's chime to the cock's crow is but an instant.
No, that's good too.
Cock's crow.
We return to the master search, and we find out that if the most Chinese man in Harlem is Leroy, then the blackest guys here must be exactly. Everything about these guys is perfect, and I have no
I am
notes.
looking for the master.
Ain't no masters here, dude. Ain't no slaves either.
But they don't feel like Leroy's black enough to enter the master's warehouse.
The master don't see nobody, especially no jive coolies.
They even translated into Kung Fu for him.
You go now. Chop, chop. Holy ass out of this place.
Hey, that's racist, probably. Meanwhile,
I was told told I can find Leroy Green here.
Shonuff is directing his pizzas to Daddy Green's Pizza, and he leaves a message for Leroy.
Well, how about I leave him a little message then?
That message is...
Shut up, bitch.
Let's fight.
Now he's got to fight me.
When Leroy returns to the shop, he finds it destroyed, and his family can barely look at it.
And it's all because of you. Everyone knows you scared of him. Kissed his shoes and everything.
Yeah, that did happen. He goes back to his dojo, probably to cry. Laura comes in offering him a job, and she's just embarrassing herself at this point.
Someone to guard my body.
He doesn't have time for you right now, girl.
If this is a bad time, I mean, I can just...
Yeah, it's clearly not a great time. Eddie Arcadian is still feeling salty about that stuff with the fish tank, and he's planning his revenge on our boy Bruce Leroy. His girl tries to reason with him.
Oh, I don't want you to kill anybody.
But he uses his outside voice one too many times.
Why don't you just walk out?
You're nothing but a misguided midget asshole with dreams of ruining the world.
And then she clacks right out of his life. Eddie don't care though. He's holding villain tryouts for his new ninja killing team. He even recruits Shonuff.
I will gladly designate his ass for dismemberment.
Leroy stops by Laura's apartment to apologize.
That is why I came by.
But she's not angry at all.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Instead, she's been furiously working on a Bruce Lee-inspired music video.
It's a fury!
Just for him.
Why did I not think of that before?
Unfortunately, it gives him an idea, and he karate vanishes again.
Thanks a lot, Bruce.
As soon as he leaves, Arcadian's thugs arrive to, you won't believe this, kidnap Laura a third time. At the Some Dumb Goy fortune cookie factory,
Hey, my man. What it look like?
Leroy returns undercover with a pizza.
Daddy Green's Pizza.
They let him hang out for a bit until he mentions the master, at which point they put him outside again. But Leroy has been eating crap this whole movie, and something just snaps.
Catches bullets with his teeth. Stop making fun of me.
He kicks the hell out of that dude.
Where is the master?
And all of a sudden, these guys start taking him serious.
There is no master!
They reveal that Some Dumb Goy is nothing but a computer that spits out fortunes.
Some dumb guy.
Leroy stomps into his old karate school, ready to beat the brakes off an old man.
Why, master?
There is no some dumb guy.
Is that funny? Punch him in the throat, Leroy. Apparently, this is his final lesson or something.
You have not yet looked, and it is there that you shall find the master.
Yeah, right in the throat. At the Bruce Leroy dojo, Eddie's ex pops in to warn them to stay away from 7th Heaven.
You gotta tell Mr. Leroy that
Eddie's got a ninja trap there.
you better stay away from 7th Heaven. He's gone crazy.
When Leroy finds out about Arcadian's ninja trap, he's like, I should be a ninja for this. Johnny wants to help, but Leroy has to do this alone, he decided. He sneaks into 7th Heaven, where Arcadian releases his ninja killers. And we find out that the wardrobe department was completely coked out of their minds while making this movie. My dude Bruce Leroy is no joke. And this scene here was the inspiration for most of the karate-related injuries in my childhood. Eventually, they start overwhelming him with numbers. But suddenly, backup arrives. And these killers have no hope against these 8-year-olds and Johnny. We get some of the most kick-ass moments in the whole movie right here. Most of them from the little Asian kid. Yeah, he's dope. Leroy goes after Arcadian, while the children brutally assault Santa Claus. He follows Eddie into an abandoned warehouse.
Leroy!
And it's time for the main event. Shonuff appears, and our boy tries, but let's face it,
Nigga, please.
he's scared as hell.
Get him, Leroy!
You can run, but you can't hide.
Well, he is hiding though. But it's a setup for a solid sneaky sneak.
I'm dead.
But no,
Leroy!
Shonuff is not dead. Not only that, but it looks like Leroy finally found the master. He's got the glow, and that means laser punches.
When I say, who's the master, you say, shonuff.
Leroy can see what we see, but he can't bring himself to admit it. So, laser punch.
I can't hear you.
And now Leroy is just being stubborn.
Who is the master?
Seconds before he drowns,
A place that you have not looked, and it is there that you shall find the master.
he realizes
Who's
that
the one and only master?
the real master was inside of him all along.
Let me go, motherfucker, let me go.
Shonuff's glow wants no part of this, so he's on his own. And now Bruce Leroy has laser kicks. And he charges up one more super laser kick, nearly exploding Shonuff's chest. But Eddie Arcadian is still here, and he brought a gun to a kick fight. Surprisingly, he actually skips the villain monologue and just shoots Leroy in the damned face.
I really miss my nigga.
He waddles over to him, just to gloat. He rolls him over, and holy crap, this guy really catches bullets with his teeth. Arcadian's life flashes before his eyes, but Leroy just leaves him hanging on this hook for the police to find. And then, karate vanish. Back at 7th Heaven, Laura is doing another show, and she's sad because Leroy's really good at vanishing. Suddenly, he arrives, flowers in hand.
Would you teach me some moves?
They hug and kiss, and happy ending. And during the credits, we see Leroy tossing his bouquet of flowers like a blushing bride. The end. Yo, I still love this movie. This is not a guilty pleasure. If you don't like The Last Dragon, there's something wrong with you. This is what was happening in the 80s on the East Coast, while the All Valley Championship was going on in California. Over there, they replaced touchdowns with karate kicks, while in Harlem, they replaced gang violence with also karate kicks. This movie is staying on my favorites list, and this won't be the last time I reload it into the brain bank. Let me know in the comments if you grew up watching this movie, or if it's a fairly new discovery for you. And if you're just finding out about it now, you're welcome. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of our other videos. Until next time.
New brain, new this.